remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set, 8, read.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Delta. Pilot, 64, weak. Yes.
Motion to the backfield.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
Come on, baby.
All goes special. All goes special.
3. Check. 64.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st and 10, Love. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down. Love. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got it.
Check 52's the mark.
One left.
52's the mark. I got you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
I'm here all day. I'm here. That's it. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. One left. Easy.
Wilson now on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 10 Tucson. Protein spin. Oh, yeah.
And here we go again. Showing up. Alert 3. Check. Practice.
And go.
Throwing on first down. Love. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down now. Swift. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Chopper. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Love. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, Swift. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On third down, Swift. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come.
Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Line 54. We ain't giving up nothing today.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Tyler Lockett. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 77 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across.